How we doing, guys? Welcome to another edition of The Rounds. My name, of course, is Glenn. Time to pour another pint of knowledge. We bring you the freshest and tastiest in all the brews here on The Rounds. So it's no surprise that we bring one of the most talked about springtime releases of 2012. And that would be the Ruthless Rye. In fact, I would venture a guess as to say that in terms of the circles that I'm known to frequent, this may be the most discussed brand new addition to the seasonal releases of spring 2012. This is Sierra Nevada's Ruthless Rye. So this is a rye IPA. Believe it or not, I misquoted on my food and beverage pairing, and for that I deeply apologize. This is not 65 IBUs. It's in fact 55 IBUs. Now, why is this astonishing? Well, the badasses at Sierra Nevada in Chico, California, and soon to be Asheville, North Carolina. By the way, I think it's really cool you guys have decided to go bi-coastal. I think that is, it's genius, really. But Ruthless Rye is only 55 IBUs, and this is surprising because when we talk about the flavor profile that exists inside the Ruthless Rye, there is such a presentation that you find it hard to believe that it could only be 55 IBUs. I take 50-ish IBU beers and serve them to non-hop heads all the time, and they love them. But that's because of how the hops play. As you can see, there is a bit of body in there. There's a little body in there, just south of completely cold conditioned. Deep. It's almost like just like a super deep orange. It's like not even quite red. You get like subtle malt and a presentation of rye, a little grassy characteristic of hop. That's all in the bouquet. Okay, quick confession. I was supposed to have posted the video on this potentially in the neighborhood of 3 weeks to a month ago. Now, the reason it hasn't been posted is not for want of filming. I've filmed plenty. The problem is I've gone through over an 18-pack of this, and it seems like every time I set a bottle aside to film, it doesn't make it. Because somebody really, really wants to try it, or I'm like, F it, I want it. So this one's a little behind schedule. But let that be a testament to its flavor profiling. I mean, I've already food and beverage paired it, in my own mind, not filmed, 3 to 4 times. Now, you guys, if I remember right, have seen 2 food and beverage pairings with it, but you have yet to see the actual breakdown. So the breakdown's 55 IBUs. It's got 4 different hops in it. It's got CHINOOK, CITRA, Bravo, and experimental hops. Now, Bravo is the bittering, and then for your aroma hops, they've got the CITRA, they've got the experimental, and they've got the CHINOOK. So it presents a sturdy bitterness. It doesn't present a super resiny bitterness in terms of IPAs that might range, you know, like a Weyerbacher Simcoe or a Lakefront IPA, which features like half Cascade hops, but not resiny. It's much more like a stiff bitterness, and it comes through immediately from the beginning of the flavor profile and rides out to about 2/3 of it, and then really starts to soften up a little bit. But you get rye, strong malt, and like I said, kind of a stiff bitterness. Not overly astringent, like it's not like an acid on the tongue or the teeth, but just kind of rigid, if that makes sense. Fantastic flavor. I get a lot of fresh cracked pepper at the beginning. It's immediately fresh cracked pepper, rye, and then it kind of hops out on you. But absolutely fantastic. And this is going to run you your typical Sierra Nevada price, which in most places is pretty reasonable. So you're talking $8 or $9 a 6-pack. And it's just freaking brilliant. I was really looking forward to the release of this beer, and I gotta say, I've been pretty lucky. It feels like in the past couple of weeks I've tried some really insane IPAs. Just a huge amount of progress. Really interesting stuff. So get out there, support Sierra Nevada. They do this in 12 packs, which, I mean, why wouldn't you do this in 12 packs in cans? Because if you could do that, that'll mess up a picnic, is what'll happen. That's it here on the rounds, folks. Another pint of knowledge has been poured. Support Sierra Nevada, support American Independent, drink to your health, to your future, and we'll see you over our next pint.